he can make this year on the ice. Because to me, I think there are some flashes that we saw last year that show me that he has the capability to maybe be that franchise cornerstone player and be that key player that this franchise could long for years and years to come. I think he's got that potential. I mean, until you know, you don't know. But there's something special with this kid. Let's see if he can put it all together and take that next stride here for this upcoming season. But I like what they've got in him. They've got themselves something special in my mind. All right, you look at the rest of this roster, though, and, you know, one of the... All right, let's get all you poolies and all you hockey fans caught up on all the action out on the ice tonight. The Red Wings took to the road to match up with the Senators. Ottawa proves that offense is the difference in this one as they skate away with the win. The Canadiens were looking to grab points on the road against the Blue Jackets. Montreal tramples their opposition in this one with a powerhouse offensive display. The Capitals had a tall order to fill as they tried to take two on the road against the Kings. Los Angeles padded the stats on this night and pick up the easy win. Hey, we got to take a quick pause for the cause, but we got a lot more on the other side. Don't even think about leaving us. Let's take a look at the scoreboard and what went down tonight on the ice. The Blue Jackets went toe-to-toe on the road against the Oilers. Columbus turned it up in the skills competition, and they get the extra point in the win. The Jets were hoping their offense would show up in a big way against the Sabres. Winnipeg presents a pretty performance in the shootout and get the win. The Canucks were on the road to take on the Blues. St. Louis topples the opposition with a big offensive effort as they're known to do. Don't go anywhere. We've got much more here on the show. Let's take a look at the rest of the action on the ice tonight in the National Hockey League. The Devils took to the ice to lock up with the Kraken. New Jersey pounded their opponents into submission with a big offensive output. Let's take a look at the rest of the schedule in the NHL. The Blue Jackets were hoping to fly high on the road against the Canucks. Vancouver topples their opponents with a strong offensive effort. The Coyotes faced off with the Predators. Nashville puts in a full 60-minute effort to pull this one out. We got to take a quick break, but we got a lot more coming your way next. Time to take a look at what happened around the league as we check in on some of the scores. The Hawks were hoping to play spoiler against the Sharks. Chicago tallied up a clean sheet thanks to a brilliant defensive effort. The Predators had their hands full with the Avalanche. You know, I want to bring it back to him for just a second here. When you look at trying to project who's going to win what awards this season, I'll say this. I think you're looking at the leading candidate for the Lady Byng Award. You know, most gentlemanly player. And it's not to suggest he's soft. He plays hard. He competes. He's not dirty. Goes out there and delivers. Right? That's a guy you can trust out there. I think that's why he's earned a lot of respect from his teammates as well. But I think if I'm going to pencil in a winner right now, I'm going to lean towards him to claim the Lady Byng Award. All right, we'll take some of your predictions. Phones are wide open right now. All right, at this time, everyone, we'll catch you up on what went down in all the action in the league tonight. The Wild paired up with the Oilers. Minnesota toughed this one out, and they get the 2 points. The Sabres were in tough with the Penguins. Buffalo partied it up with a big offensive display. The Avs were in a dogfight on the road against the Rangers. Colorado toasted the opposition with a humongous offensive output. The story on the ice continues in a moment. You know, and I think it's certainly fair to ask the question, what's wrong with him, right? Like, this is last year was a bit of a funk, and I think most people were willing to accept a bit of a mulligan. Hey, it was an off year. But look where we are at this point in this season, and that struggle has carried over. And look, to me, and I'm not going to be Dr. Freud here. I'm not going to say I'm all, the deep dive psychologist. But to me, this is more mental than it is physical. Because he's got the tools. And we've seen that ability. But the reality is from a confidence standpoint, or whatever the case is, he has not been the player that people have wanted to see or have expected over the last 2 seasons now. It's one thing to have an off year. Now this is carried over to this season, and I think this is becoming a major concern in the eyes of a lot of people. I want to hear from you. Social media has been blowing up about... Look, I think we can all agree. We like how he plays. We like the skill set. But you have got to play with a little more fire, a little more compete. You got to turn that care meter up. Find that dial that goes to 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Turn it up, crank that sucker up. And I think that's exactly the message that the coaching staff has been trying to preach. The skill's there, the talent's there. But man, it is frustrating to watch when it doesn't come together on a regular basis. Back to the phones we go. We got Pedram on line 4. All right, let's go around the horn and see what happened elsewhere around the NHL tonight. The Leafs were in a dogfight on the road up against the Senators. Ottawa puts on a clinical offensive display in the win. The Lightning played a game against the Golden Knights. Vegas takes this one with a strong effort at both ends of the ice. The Blues battled it out against the Capitals. Washington put on a show offensively in the win. Lots more puck talk coming your way, and we'll get to it next. More than half the period has expired. It's a 2-goal lead we're looking at with the score 3-1. Seattle's got a hold of the puck off the draw. Great heads-up play in the neutral zone by Bailey. looking to break out. Takes the pass. Wrestling in close. He was left in there.
Oh, he reads the play really well to get out and aggressive to make that save.
From the back of the cage with the puck. Big time save by Francouz.
No, he's only one goal away, James, from his next milestone here.
Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. And that one's blocked. Seattle's got the puck. Oh, what a stick save.
Excellent chance. They work the puck into position, and it's a scoring chance that's turned away.
The centermen glide into position. The Islanders get a hold of the puck in their own end. New York's ready to go on the attack. The Islanders have the puck in the corner. And there's the whistle as he elects to slow things down a little.
A pretty good decision here with the play starting to break down in front of him.
Strome's won it off the faceoff. Seattle's got the puck in the defensive end. New York's got it from behind the net. Now a quick pass to Coughlin. Cutting to the slot. And that's poked away. Sends one up to Ovechkin. He's got a step. Denied!
I don't know what more could be done there. That's a good shot, but the goalie makes a great stop.
We got a whistle as the puck goes out of play. Well past the midway mark of this period, the Islanders are up 3-1.
Get it out!
Kulak's taking it from his own end. Takes the return feed. Moves it to Ovechkin. Oh! He's got a stride!
Whoa!
He scores! Is that, now correct me if I'm wrong here, is that number 100?
Yeah, 100 goals for him. Congratulations, it's a cool number to get to. Here's the one-on-one game. The goalie thinks he's going to deke, but he beats him with a quick shot.
The Kraken have struck back with a big-time goal to narrow the deficit.
You can almost feel the urgency. They know they got to get back in this. They get one. Now they only trail by one.
Inside the offensive zone. They go on the attack through center. Can't get it to go. Turned aside by the goaltender. Treacher's going to hang on to that one for a whistle.
Quickly on top of that, James. He needed a cover there.
A big face-off here inside the offensive end. Barzal's won the draw. Long jam in front, that's broken up. The Kraken have possession along the boards. And that's taken away in the offensive end by Lee. Denies them in close. Seattle's got it in their own zone. Good reach to the stick to knock the puck away. Quick feed to Ovechkin. Good look, not a good result though.
Yeah, they can't cash in if they can't get it on the net. Really good play to set up the chance, but nothing for it.
Grabbed along the boards by Fleury. Can't get it to go. Slides the puck ahead into the neutral zone. Oh, what a stop! Puck grabbed by Strome. Moves it quickly over to... Oh, off the inside of the post.
Seattle's bench has a collective groan here. That shot hits the post and stays out. They're trying to work their way back.
And the puck leaves the zone going back to center ice. Quick pass across to Lee. New York's got it across the line. Oh, and comes up with nothing on the play.
He really could have put a nail in the coffin there. Leading by one, another one would have made the ending a lot more comfortable.
Scores! Yes! Yes! Yes, they're on their feet here tonight! Getting into the later stages of this period, the Islanders have recently taken a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. Puck is dropped and play resumes. Goes right to the crease. Comes up with the stop as he got a piece of the blocker on it.
Francouz has shown tremendous focus. He's got a great save percentage in this contest. And at the other end, his forwards are helping him out.
Gains the zone through center. In close. He scores! Wow! Coast to coast.
Snakes his way through the entire team. Head up, looks at his options, decides he's the best option, and finishes it off.
Strome's won it. Here's a short pass to Raquel.
Ovechkin's hungry for that third one. He's got two. He took that quick little pass. Now he's a dangerous player.
Seattle's trying to make something happen in the offensive zone. New York's got a hold of the puck. Less than 60 seconds left in regulation. The Kraken have gained control of the puck along the wall. They've got numbers. Desperate for a goal here. They've got the extra attacker out. From in close. Stopped by the goaltender.
Aggressive stop out on top of the crease to make the save on a dangerous chance.
And there's a great save by Francouz. He scores!
What an effort. They keep staying at the game. They push. They're looking for the tying goal. They finally get it. About 5 years ago, they started to pull the goaltenders a little earlier. The coach makes a good call here. He gets his keeper out, and now they're able to punch through with their net empty.
And there's the horn. 60 minutes solves absolutely nothing. Let's go to the period where heroes are made. Overtime looms here on EA Sports. Sudden death overtime is underway. Lee's got it across the line. And that's poked away by Ovechkin. Seattle's got it in their own zone. Across the line from center. A chance to end it right here. And they score! That's the game! There's the horn, and it's time to breathe. Ovechkin's hat trick leads the way in this victory. Welcome back, everybody. There it is, the call that I think a lot of people appreciated in the arena. Still show a sign of respect. 100 career goals. That's no easy feat for anybody. I think it's just to make it to the NHL to begin with, let alone 100 career goals to this point. A remarkable achievement, and I don't think there's any signs of slowing down just yet either. So congratulations to them. I want to look at some of these other numbers and look at some... Was there any volatility in the standings across the NHL tonight? Well, let's take a look at some of the final scores to find out. The Kraken played a game against the Islanders. Seattle pounded home the winner in overtime. All right, that wasn't the only action on the ice. Let's go elsewhere around the National Hockey League. The Preds looked to run roughshod over the Blackhawks. Nashville trusted the system, they stayed with it, and they pull out the win. The Canadiens faced off against the Bruins. Boston pile-drive their opponents with a huge offensive night. Time for a quick break, but we got a lot more coming up on the ice next. All right, at this time, let's get you caught up on all the action on the ice tonight. The Canucks were hoping to quiet the crowd on the road against the Kraken. Seattle tested their skills in the shootout, and they passed the test brilliantly. The Predators took to the ice to battle the Lightning. Tampa Bay perfect on the night defensively, and they get the shutout win. The Panthers had an on-ice collision with the Kings. Florida toasts their opponents with a night filled with goals. We are as cool as ice, and we are bringing you many more stories from the NHL. We're doing it next. Those were pretty pointed comments from the coaching staff to say, hey, look, you need to tighten it up on the ice. You are way too undisciplined out there. We've tried to talk to you about this, and you're not getting the message. I don't know what's next, but I would think that maybe some playing time that could be shaved if you're not going to listen to what the coaching staff's telling you. But look, too many reckless penalties. It's hurting the team. But I thought it was pretty public from the coach's sentiment there, from those comments, that he needs to tighten it up. All right, meantime, some other interesting comments around the NHL here. Well, let's take a look at how the standings were impacted with some of the final scores around the league tonight. The Kings were hoping to come up with 2 points on the road against the Kraken. Los Angeles proves to be too much to handle in this one as they find a way to pick up the OT win. The Ducks took to the ice for a collision with the Stars. Dallas tramples the opposition with a big offensive night. The Canes were on the road to take on the Penguins. Carolina plastered the opposition with goals, and even more goals. We got to take a quick pause for the cause, but we got a lot more coming up on the other side. Stay with us. Busy night of action on the ice. Let's take a look at some of the finals that are in from tonight. The Devils were hoping to take a bite out of the Penguins. Pittsburgh, too much to handle in the shootout as they come away with the win. The Panthers were hoping to grab 2 points up against the Sabres. Buffalo powers their way through late to come away with the win. The Oilers were looking to steal 2 points against the Senators. Edmonton tops the opposition in a fun one. We got a jam-packed show. We've got a lot more stuff we got to get to, so don't even think about going anywhere. Stay with us. Now let's take a look at some of the rest of the action tonight in the NHL. The Blue Jackets were looking to steal 2 against the Wild. Minnesota proved to be a little too much to handle in this night. The Devils took to the road to match up with the Avalanche. New Jersey took the W in a close one. The Predators took on the Flames. Nashville pulverizes their opponents with a strong offensive. Get your overtime picks in, because they are ready to drop the puck. Will we get a winner here in overtime as we are underway? Drives to the crease. Game on his stick. And that's turned aside.
That's in a dangerous spot. He makes a good save here.
Lets it go. Glove save made by Rask. In front, and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up.
He doesn't need a whole lot of chances to finish, but when you're up among the league leaders, you get chances, you put them away.
Puck is dropped, and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. The Oilers move it ahead. Tries to get it over to McDavid. Chance right in front. Oh, how did that stay out? What a toe-stop on the play. From the right wing, he moves it to the middle. Looking to end it. Scores! Good night! Seattle's playmakers the difference here as they come away with the overtime victory.
Even see their coach's fist pump behind the bench. The overtime win always is a little sweeter. Really tough for the goalie to read where the heck this thing's going. I'm looking at the shot. I can't tell where it's going, but the backhander beat.
Hey, no shortage of action and drama on the ice tonight. Let's take a look at what happened elsewhere. The Kraken played on the road against the Oilers. Seattle powers up in overtime, and they skate away with the win. Let's check in on some of the other scores around the league. The Senators were on the road up against the Flyers. Great night to be on the couch and watching hockey. Tons of scores around the league. Let's take a look at what went down. The Blue Jackets took to the road to match up with the Sharks. Columbus played maybe one of their strongest games of the year at both ends of the ice and get the win. The Maple Leafs were looking to grab points on the road against the Panthers. Florida trampled the opposition on a night they just couldn't miss the net. The Preds had a tall order to fill as they tried to take two on the road against the Kings. Nashville played a strong game at both ends of the ice, and as a result, they get the win. Hey, a few more hot-button issues we got to get to. It's a jam-packed show tonight. Stick around. Well, some fun, some drama, a little bit of everything on the ice tonight. Let's take a look at some of those scores around the league. The Rangers went toe-to-toe on the road against the Devils. The New York Rangers took it to the net in this one, and they pick up the win. The Jets were hoping their offense would show up in a big way against the Wild. Winnipeg puts on a show to pick up the win. The Canucks were on the road to take on the Kings. Los Angeles terrorizes their opponents with the win. Lots more to get to on the ice. Stay with us, everybody.